All right, hello everyone. This is the snow moon, full moon reading. It's about releasing what's being released with this full moon to some extent. There's something about releasing, I know that, but there's guidance on specific areas of your life. So there must be something you're releasing in a specific area of your life, okay? Maybe there's guidance on what you need to release. I don't know, but it's about releasing with the full moon, and it's about a specific area of your life. So they've asked me to just put these cards here kind of mixed up, and now they're asking me to put them in groups of 2, and I want to put them in groups of 2 like this right now. So these are your piles to choose from. I'm going to be using different tarot decks for, whatever I'm called to use in this reading, but these are the piles for you to choose from today. And so I'm going to open the energy, let you pick your pile and see where this goes. Here we go. All right, if you haven't picked a pile, you can pause the video and do so. But I'm to get started with my first pile. So, pile number 1. What do they want to talk to you about? Love and marriage. Well, those two go together quite well, don't they? That's awesome. Love and marriage. What do you want to talk to group number 1 about love and marriage? They want me to start with these gold cards. Okay. So, the first card? Yeah, just that card, okay? And then they want me to get 3 cards. Whoa, that's 1, very clear. Okay. Keep going. It'll jump out very clearly. There it is. Okay, so we have the 5 of Swords, and then we have the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups. So that's really interesting because the 5 of Swords card always makes me think of you got to know when to hold them and you got to know when to fold them, right? It's very much about, I almost want to say, picking your battles, right? It's almost about picking your battles. So love and marriage, you got to know when to hold them. You got to know when to fold them. You got to know when to walk away. You got to know when to run. That Kenny Rogers song just keeps playing in my head. But this is the 5 of Swords. And what it says is, sometimes you might feel like you're up against a difficult opponent. And it's possible disappointment, right? So there's a lot going on in this card. So with love and marriage, this all makes sense. You got to know when to hold them. You got to know when to fold them. Know when to walk away. Know when to run. Pick your battles. There's possible disappointment as always. You might sometimes feel like you're up against a difficult opponent. You might be clashing a little bit with your spouse, right? So that makes complete sense. This is normal in marriage, love and marriage. And then we have the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups. So how I'm seeing this spread is this is what we're dealing with. In our love and marriage, we're dealing with this stuff right now. Possible disappointment, butting heads, picking your battles, trying to decide if you're going to hold them or fold them or walk away or run, all that kind of stuff. Okay, so this is the current situation that you're possibly in with your love and marriage, right? And I mean, any given day we can be in that situation, right? Some days everything's beautiful and wonderful, other days not so much. So if you are in this kind of a situation, or next time you find yourself in this kind of a situation with your spouse or your lover, they have some advice. So you are ultimately the Queen of Cups and the Empress. So the Queen of Cups and the Empress, okay? So you are that divine, feminine, loving, unconditionally loving energy. That beautiful, 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 creative and loving, compassionate person. You are. but sometimes your spouse might test that, right? It might, your spouse might not make you feel like that person. You might feel like, you're a nag, or you're angry all the time, or you're upset all the time, or you're disappointed all the time, and you're judgmental or whatever. You might not feel like the Queen of Cups, the Empress that you are at times. Sorry about that. I got interrupted. So there's, what was I saying? So yes, sometimes you probably don't feel like you're the Queen of Cups and the Empress here, this beautiful, divine, feminine, loving, empathetic, compassionate energy when you're in this place, right? And you're like, oh my God, everything is driving you crazy, or you're bickering at each other, or you're, whatever's going on. So the key to all of this, they're saying, is the King of Cups. So the King of Cups is being in flow, being in a place where you've mastered your emotions. You let them come and go. You don't try to stop them from coming, but you don't try to stop them from going either. So if you have a negative feeling, a negative emotion, you allow it to come, you allow it to go. Same with the good ones. You allow it to come, you allow it to go. Everything flows through you easily and unimpeded. And nothing is permanent. So if you're disappointed in one moment, it's not going to be forever. It's not the end of the world. You're not disappointed forever, right? If you're happy in one moment, it's not going to last forever either. But you're okay with that. And you're not attached to any specific outcome or experience at any given time. You understand that everything comes and flows. Everything ebbs and flows, right? So being the King of Cups is what they're saying is the key to this, to maintain your true nature as the divine feminine. And that doesn't mean you're female. It's the divine feminine energy, the loving, compassionate, nurturing, unconditionally empathetic energy. And males can be that too, right? So but that's your true nature. That's the true nature of all of us, is to be that, as well as sometimes being the more forceful type of energy that we attribute to the masculine. But in your love and marriage, you want to be this person, right? You want to be this loving person, and you are this loving person. Sometimes this stuff gets in the way, and sometimes it can, cause all kinds of headaches. But the key is to remember to be the King of Cups. Now, that's easier said than done. We know that, right? It's easier said than done. So what is their guidance on how to be the King of Cups? Okay, so I am going to get a deck over here. I'm just rearranging things. Oops. Rearranging things and throwing things on the floor. Okay, just rearranging things a little bit so that I can reach them better. And I didn't get the deck that I wanted after all of that. So we're going to use this deck, the White Light Oracle deck, to see what they suggest. How do we be the King of Cups? So these cards come with a healing process within them. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do whatever this healing process comes up for you to help you be the King of Cups, so that you can be the Queen of Cups and the Empress who is the creator, right? Energy, and create this beautiful life that you want. So that, because you want to be the Queen of Cups and the Empress, and create the beautiful life that you want in your marriage, in your love life, in your marriage life. So let's see what they want to say here. That's the card that wants to come out. Yes, of course. Epsilon modulation. So this is how their advice on how to be the King of Cups. Okay. So let's see. Here it is. Gather your energies and go within to regenerate. Let your actions match your inner rhythms rather than trying to force yourself to keep pace with external cues. Commit to your own natural timing and pace. As you ground and connect to your center, you will realize your spiritual power to be at cause in any situation of concern. You have such goodness and light within you. Let go of shaming and blaming. Embrace the beauty, the spiritual beauty within. Reaching inspired spiritual heights requires commitment to developing powerful, deep roots. A mature, creative offering takes longer to produce. than that which is ephemeral and swiftly supplanted by whatever is next. To embrace the patience required for such building, surrender the need for immediate gratification. We must become so confident in the authenticity and value of our process that we are not in need of external evidence to bolster our courage. We can enjoy validation along the way, but must not turn away if it is absent for a time, especially if those around us appear to be moving faster. This oracle asks you to ground yourself, believe in your potential, commit to your path, and be patient so great things can happen for you. So epsilon brainwaves are extremely slow and their frequency is lower than conventional equipment can measure. They are indicative of the way the brain operates outside of the usual modes of thinking as per the dictates of mass consciousness. In epsilon state, the brain reaches its lowest and slowest oscillations between 0.05 hertz and just above 0 hertz. In that place, extraordinary states of consciousness are accessed, including a pure awareness of the nature of being, the deepest levels of insight, and the regenerative bliss of spiritual emptiness. This oracle asks you to switch off and tune in. The greater perspective you'll find can bring you tremendous peace. It is fascinating that when in super slow epsilon, the brain produces effects similar to that of the hypergamma state and the even faster over 100 hertz oscillations of lambda brainwaves. The brain operates in the sacred feminine territory of loops and spirals rather than linear progression, and at this point of extreme polarity, there is reconnection and an experience of unity that shatters the extreme tensions of difference. The super fast patterns appear to be riding on the super slow epsilon modulation. In epsilon, we find the wisdom of the yogis of India who taught that in sitting still we overtake those who are running. This oracle asks you to put your faith in the spiritual power of your path, dedicate yourself to your personal development, and seek out the loving presence of those upon the earth and in spirit who nurture your heart and protect your soul. Okay. So, what I'm hearing here, okay, I got interrupted again. Not surprisingly, both interruptions during this reading were from my spouse. And he's driving me a bit crazy right now. So, anyway, I will be the King of Cups and have the patience and, just let it be. So, I can't remember what I was saying now this time, but yes, okay, I remember. So what I was hearing while I was reading this card and what I was seeing and hearing while I was reading this card was that these challenges you created for your spiritual growth. So remember that, which I'm remembering right now. These challenges in your love, marriage, relationship that you come across, you've created for your own spiritual development and growth. Okay, to help you become this King of Cups, okay, and to remind you that you get to choose to be the Queen of Cups and the Empress, okay? So, yeah, because when I was reading that card, it was very clear that these challenges are your own creation, okay? And you are creative, you're the Empress, so you create these challenges to help you on your spiritual journey to becoming the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups that you are, okay? So, yeah, so know that, and that will help as you're, trying to manage everything, manage these challenges in your love and marriage. So now I want to ask, because it is a full moon reading, I want to ask them, what is it that you need to release, okay, with this full moon? Because it's the perfect time to release something. And I have these new tarot cards that I'm going to use for that. And they are tarot cards designed by Jay Godet, who was a Parisian artist. And they're very cool. They're very cool. And Catherine wants me to shout out to her about it, dedicate this to her. So let's see. What is it that group number 1 needs to let go of with this full moon that will help with this situation, with all of this? So what is it that group number 1 needs to let go of with this full moon in order to help them understand that they create their own challenges in their relationship in order to help them grow spiritually? Okay, so what do we have here? We have the 9 of Swords. So you need to release all stress, worry, and anxiety related to these challenges. Okay, that's what you want to release with this full moon. So once you recognize that you created these challenges that you bring to yourself within your love and marriage relationship in order to help you grow spiritually into the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups that you are, and the Empress that you are, it'll be much easier to release the stress and anxiety and worry around these challenges and around your marriage and your love life. Okay? So this is to help you release the stress and anxiety, because remember, you created these challenges. So when one of these challenges comes up, remember, you created it. It's for your spiritual growth. And the key is to be the King of Cups when these challenges come up. And that will help you maintain your center as the divine feminine and masculine that you are, but the loving, your loving nature. Okay? So that is your message. That's quite a beautiful message, and it came together quite well despite all the interruptions. So, and you know, he was just really tuning in. So that's allowed. All right. Talk to you later. I hope it helps, and I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day. All right, group number 2. So I had to reset the clock a couple of times, or restart the camera a couple of times, so that reset the clock. So you're starting with 444 as your first card that came, or first number. You're starting at 444 on the clock with my new setting of the clock. So I want to read the angel number 444 to get started with, okay? And it says in here, 444, if I can find it. Your guardian angels want you to know that they are with you. Your prayers are being heard loud and clear. Have faith. Okay, so they want you to know that as we begin this reading. Now let's see what they want to talk to you about. Success and happiness. Beautiful. They go hand in hand. What cards do you want me to use for success and happiness for group number 2? You want me to use these cards, okay? The blue deck. The receiving deck, that makes sense. Success and happiness. So you want us to receive success and happiness. We're going to get 3 cards. There's the first one. Oh. Okay. This could be a progression from the first group because of that card. But so if you were drawn to the first group, go ahead and watch it. But that's pretty cool. Oh, and then we have the 2 8s. Okay, so we have 2 8s came out together. We want, which one? We want it like this? Like this. Okay. Success and happiness. And we have 88, so that's success for sure. Okay, so what are they wanting to say to you with these cards around success and happiness? So the King of Cups he's in flow. So that's going to bring you success for sure, being in flow, right? He's in flow. He understands the nature of being, of his emotions, and he's not attached to outcome or experience. He just is, and he's in flow. Okay? So I'm going to say that's where you're starting from now. and especially if you watch group number 1 first. You're in this King of Cups flow state. All right? And then this card over here is the 8 of Cups and the Moon card. So this card is saying to me, so this card is where you're at, and this card is where they want you to be. But not that you're going to abandon being the King of Cups, but they want you to be connected to your intuition and surrendering to the unknown, okay, to the mysteries of life, to the, to the unknown, okay, allowing the unknown, because your success and happiness. Yeah, okay, so yes, so that's how these are connected. So when you're the King of Cups and you're not attached to outcome or experience, you can accept and allow the unknown, and you can let go of anything that's not serving you, which is what this reading is about. What do you need to release with this full moon? So you can let go of anything that's not serving you, okay? And you can surrender to the unknown, to following your gut, without knowing where you're going, really, right? Because you're not attached to any outcome, specific outcome or experience. That's what this is saying. So the key to all of this is in the middle card. And the middle card is the 8 of Wands, which typically is about swift movement, like transformation, swift transformation. They want me to look in, right here. So this is about, interesting. In this book that they wanted me to look in, it says repetition, swift movement to create stability. So it's repetition that they're focused on. So it's like, okay, so the swift movement and the repetition. So with the King of Cups, it's, okay, I see how they all work together now. So with the King of Cups, because he's not attached to anything, he can let it come and go very easily. So very quickly, right? Something comes in and it's not for him, he lets it go. Something comes in and it is for him, he still lets it go, right? He doesn't try to hold on to anything permanently. And that's why he can move away from whatever's not serving him. Something might have served him for the time being, but then it stops serving him, and he knows to let it go. He follows his gut and his intuition, and he lets it go. And he does this repeatedly. And it creates this cycle of, getting closer and closer to what makes you truly happy and successful in life, right? So it's like he pulls things in, sees if they're of service to him, lets them be of service to him. The minute they're not of service to him, he lets them go, okay? And he does this repeatedly. It's a repetitive cycle of allowing something to come into his life, seeing if it's for him or not. If it's for him, great. He lets it be there as long as it is for him. The minute it's not for him, he lets it go. If it's not for him right away, he lets it go right away. You see what I mean? And it's a repetition. And this is how you achieve success and happiness. Don't hold on to stuff that's not for you, that's not meant for you. Even if it was meant for you yesterday, if it's not meant for you today, let it go. Let it go. And this is what they're talking about, this repetitive cycle. And that's how you are in flow, and that's how you're successful and happy. Okay? So we want to get one of these cards that will help us figure out how to do this, do any kind of healing work that we need to do today to help us with this process. So let's do that. Whoa, okay, there's a bunch of cards that went crazy. But it's the card that's showing itself. They want me to use this one, card number 24, that's showing itself. So let me put that there, and let me put these guys back up here, our focus cards. And let's see how we're gonna get good at doing this quickly, right? Letting go of what's not serving us more quickly is basically what they're asking us to do. So, 24, Alpha of Alcyon. A positive twist of fate and a windfall of good fortune are destined for you. Very cool. Very cool. Brightness and hope will alleviate negativity and give you the strength to find your way through a time of adversity or challenge. Finally, you will experience peace, love, and deep connection with your true self and the universe. Good things are on their way for you. Amazing. So that's why it's so important to just keep doing this so that the good thing can come, okay? Because if you're holding on to things that are not meant for you, the good thing can't come. You're full. You're already too full. Your hands are full, right? So the brightest star in the Pleiades star system, Alcyon, I don't know how you say that, holds the frequency of love, the sacred feminine healing power of compassion, and the grace of mercy. In the myths of ancient Greece, Alcyon was so in love with her husband, Ceyx, that she referred to him as Zeus, and he referred to her as the divine wife of Zeus, Hera. Zeus was so irritated by such grandiosity that when Ceyx was at sea, Zeus struck his ship with a lightning bolt. In her grief, Alcyon threw herself into the sea. Moved by mercy, the gods transformed the lovers into kingfishers. These birds embody the spiritual medicine of abundance, love, prosperity, peace, and happiness, bringing blessings of hope and healing to humanity. Okay, very cool. So this oracle of Alpha of Alcyon supports us in relaxing and reconnecting to optimism, even during the toughest times. In such a state, we will realize that difficulties will eventually come to an end and we will be provided for. This oracle brings guidance that a new reality of happiness, okay, is available to us even now as we steadily make our way to the light of a happy new start. And that's the new starts, right? So, really interesting. All right. I'm seeing if there's anything else. No, nothing else in this book. That's it. So, the more you practice this cycle of letting things come in and letting them go if they're not serving you, they're not making you happy, they're not making you successful, just let them go. And even if they once did, just let them go. That's how you make room for this blessing that wants to come, okay? And this new start that wants to come. So now we're going to get one of these cards with this new deck I have to really zone in on what it is that this group number 2, but are being guided to release with this full moon. So what are you guiding group number 2 to release? You know, what is it that they're holding on to that you want them to release to make room for this blessing with this full moon? Show us the card. There it is. Oh. It is the 7 of Swords. Okay. So the 7 of Swords. Well, 7s are always perseverance. But the 7 of Swords is a mindset. It's a mindset that you need to let go of. So what is the mindset? They're guiding me to this book that isn't related to these cards. Do you want you want the book that's related to these cards. Sorry. They're guiding me to a different book now. This tiny little book. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to read it. But let me see. The 7 of Swords in this deck must mean something very specific that they want me to see. Okay. Okay. So it talks about a focused and determined attitude. Oh, so it's the mindset. Okay. They want you to open your mind. So they want you to release this focused, determined, like it's got to be this way or no way. That's the mindset. I want it this way or no way. They're asking you to release that mindset that I need it this way or no way. I want my success to look this way and my happiness to look this way or no way. Okay, so that's what they're guiding you to release, okay? Because they are guiding you for your success and happiness to be this King of Cups who can let things come and go quickly and quickly follow his gut and his intuition and walk away, let things, walk away from things that are no longer serving him, let go of the things that are no longer serving him, and then let new things come in that may serve him, okay? Because there's something you're holding on to, a picture of success and happiness that you're holding on to so tightly that the blessing that they want to give you, that's going to bring you much more happiness and success, can't get in because you're holding on to this picture too tightly. So they want you to release that picture, okay? That I want my success and happiness to look this way. That's what they're guiding you to do with this full moon. That is your message. I hope it helps, and I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day. Bye-bye now. All right. My third group. Let's see what they want to talk to you about. Career and wealth. Well, those two go together quite well. Beautiful. And they want me to use this deck, the star deck. And the first card is the Chariot card and the Seven of Swords. So interesting. These are progressions, 1, 2, and 3. So if you want to watch them that way, it's really cool. But yeah, so the Seven of Swords and the Chariot card is our new first card. It was the last card in the last group. So there's been some progression here. All right, let's see. What is it? What else do you want to say? We're going to get 3 cards, just so you know. Or I'm not talking too much yet about that card. We just saw 1919, the Maidens in 1919, so that's significant. I'm going to go to my angel number book before I continue. 1919 says, you are being invited to connect with the energy of the divine feminine both within you and around you. Mother feminine healing is possible at this time. Excuse me. Okay. So remember, and the divine feminine is the receiving energy, so that makes sense with this career and wealth cards. Okay. Because that's how most of us receive, through our careers and our wealth. Okay. Too many cards. Keep going. Okay. This one in my hand? Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. And then one more. This one? Yes. Okay, now. Okay. Are these the cards? These two? They are. Okay. I have to make sure, because when they come out weird like that, I'm kind of weirded out by it. Okay. Okay, so the Seven of Swords is determination, like a very determined, like focused and determined mindset, okay? The Chariot card is taking the reins of your life, of your chariot, and like directing your life. So they're saying, that you are in this position right now where you have a very focused and determined mindset, and you're trying to steer your life in a direction, okay? However, they want you to be over here, which is what is this? So it's the Jack of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles is where they want you to be, or where you're going toward in your career and your wealth, okay? So that's where you're moving toward. And so this card is all about fascination and wonder, okay? Fascination and wonder. So this is about being focused and determined and driving, trying to direct your life in a certain direction. This is letting your fascination and your wonder guide you. So this is like your mind driving the ship, driving the car, the chariot, saying, I want this, this, this. With your mind, you're driving the car. This is saying, let your fascination and wonder drive your career and your wealth. Okay? Because this mind focused, determined mind, which isn't a bad thing usually, but it's in this where it's so focused and determined and you're like, it's this way or no way, is causing you anxiety, because when it doesn't turn out exactly how you want it to turn out, it creates anxiety in you. Okay? Worry, stress, anxiety. So this is where you're coming from. This is where you're at. This is where they want you to be, where you can be in a place of wonder and fascination and learning and growing. And that's what's leading you in your career and wealth, versus this like focused, determined, drive mindset where it's this way or no way. That's causing you so much anxiety. Okay? It just is. And so it's not that, it's bad to be focused and determined and to want to steer your life in a specific direction, especially with your career and your wealth. But when it starts to cause you stress and anxiety and worry and stuff because it's not going exactly how you want it to go, is when what they're saying is causing issues for you right now. So they want you to open your mind up to fascination and wonderment and learning, and to be more open to that being your focus for your career and your wealth. Okay, so we're getting one of these cards. So we've got the Ivory Wish Fulfilling Crow came out in this deck. So that's the card to help you with this. So let's look at what that says, this card, 39. What does this card say to us? Okay, here it is. I'm having a hard time getting to that page. Okay. You can have what you truly want. Such knowledge helps soften and release fear. Right? This right here. Grasping, control, and doubt. I'm going to say that again. You can have what you truly want in your career and your wealth world. Such knowledge helps soften and release fear, grasping, control, and doubt, which is what this was saying here. Have confidence that the universe hears your prayers and is even now leading you into that which you seek. If you follow your fascination and your wonderment and, are open to learning, it's going to lead you into that which you seek. You can take sanctuary within your spiritual connection whenever you need stabilization and protection against the fluctuations of the external world. No matter what is happening around you, there is a way through to fulfillment of your potential. Beautiful. Beautiful. What else do you want me to read from this card? All right, what do they want me to read? Okay, this oracle guides you to trust that you will reach your destination, even when there are forces beyond your control. So you don't have to hold the reins so tightly, okay? You don't need to be more powerful than the oppressive forces to overcome them. In connection with your heart temple of spirit, you will be empowered to proceed on your path with abundance, wisdom, and joy. All right? So they're really saying, like, let your wonderment, your fascination, your openness to learning, your curiosity, all of that guide you. And trust that the universe will guide you if you do this. If you follow this, instead of trying to I want it this way and I'm going to drive it this way and I have to control and everything, because that's just causing you doubt and fear and worry and stress. So instead of that, they want you to do this opening of your fascination and wonderment and curiosity and, willingness to learn. And that's what's going to guide you. And the universe will lead you to what you're seeking, okay? And you can have everything you want, it's saying. Your wishes can be fulfilled. So these cards are going to tell us what specifically with this full moon are they asking you to let go of, okay? Or guiding you to let go of with this full moon to help you with all of this. What is it that they are guiding you to let go of specifically in order to, make this shift from clenching those reins, trying to direct it in one direction to, allowing and trusting the universe will guide you in the right direction when it comes to your career and wealth. Okay? Okay, let's see. Keep going. There's too many cards, okay? It's going to be one card. It'll be very clear. And 2 cards. Okay. You'll know it when it pops up. It'll be 1 card. There it is. What is it they want you to let go of? This is, this is the 6 of Pentacles. I believe those are the Pentacles. And this is the Pentacles, right? Or is it the 6 of Cups? Let me look. I'm new to these cards, so let me just double check and make sure I'm not confusing the Cups and the Pentacles with each other. But I think that is the Pentacles. Let me see. I want to see the Cups in this card. Yeah. That is the Pentacles. Okay. Want to make sure. So they want you to let go of the 6 of Pentacles. What? Okay, they want me to look in this book. See specifically what it means. So it's the 6 of Coins in this deck. So interesting. So I'm just asking, because this is such a positive card. How is it that you want us to let go of this? What is it that you want us to release? Is it... Let me see. What is it that you want? I'm not getting the message about what it is that we need to release here. I know we need to loosen the grip on the direction and start following our, guidance, and trust the spirit world. So what is it that you need to release here? What is it? So the 6 of Pentacles is typically like a charitable card. Oh, so release the, release the belief system that it's better to give than receive. Giving and receiving are equal. In this card, in the 6 of Pentacles, it's about giving and receiving. Being equally giving and receiving. So they want you to release, if you are holding the belief system that it's better to give than to receive, right? It's better to, like that you're always willing to give, but you're not willing to receive. If that's in any way that you're still holding yourself to that belief system. You may have looked at it before, but they want you to look at it again and release it with this full moon, because they want you to let the giving and receiving come into equality. Okay? And that's what's going to expand your abundance. When you let giving and receiving be equal. Okay? So they want you to release any thoughts or beliefs that giving is better than receiving. It's better to give than to receive. Okay? Get that out of your system. If you have that, you may have been raised that way. It's better to give than to receive. No, they're equal. Giving and receiving are equal. Okay? So release that belief system that it's better to give than to receive. All right. That is your message. I hope it helps, and I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day. Bye-bye now.